Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. Good news. It's time to once again dive into that tense, terrifying, yet always terrific world of the Twilight Zone. This time we'll be watching episode 18 of the very first season, The Last Flight. Friends, I can't wait to watch these episodes, so wait no longer, we shall. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for a little Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to take The Last Flight, the 18th episode of the first season of the one and only Twilight Zone. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go! So excited to watch these. What are we gonna get?
Witness Flight Lieutenant William Terrence Decker, Royal Flying Corps. The year is 1917. The problem is that the lieutenant is hopelessly lost.
Oh boy.
That a man can be lost not only in terms of maps and miles, but also in time. And time in this case can be measured in eternities.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. He's gonna be like, what the hell? Okay, Lafayette Air Base. Haven't the jets sort of thrown you off, buddy?
All right, mister, get out of there.
This will be easy to explain.
Can't you see this is an American base?
But all this? We had no idea you were so advanced.
What? You better come with me.
I think I better. Well, I mean, technically you could contact the RAF, right? And ask them if they had a missing in action pilot from the set. I mean, it's a long shot, but maybe.
Who are you?
Second Lieutenant William Terrence Decker, sir, Royal Flying Corps.
You mean Royal Air Force?
No, sir. Royal Flying Corps.
Are you making a film?
I'm afraid I don't quite understand you, sir.
You don't understand. What are you... Why are you wearing this costume?
This is my uniform, sir.
You're...
I thought I was landing at 56 Squadron RFC.
56 Squadron RFC. Wasn't that it?
Come on, guys. Let's be a little open-minded.
Why, 1917.
1917.
Yeah, poor kid.
It's March the 5th, 1959, Lieutenant.
Did we win?
You don't seriously expect us to believe that...
But it's true.
Look at everything he has on him and in his plane.
That cloud. While I was passing through it, I couldn't hear my engine. It was like being swallowed in a vacuum. Same sort of thing happened to Guinevere.
The French fighter pilot?
He disappeared one day while flying. At the memorial service, the Cardinal said, he belonged to the sky.
Light bar.
Mac and I were going on Captain Mackay.
Mackay?
Yes, we're in the same...
Alexander Mackay?
How did you know?
What have you got to do with
How did you know?
Yeah, I like this.
Air Vice Marshal Alexander Mackay is at this moment en route to this base for a tour of inspection.
But that's impossible. Because he's dead.
Wait, what? Wow, this one, ooh. I really like this. The protagonist is awesome in this. Deckard's awesome.
If it's a hoax, Major.
I mean, sir, It's hard to believe that anyone would go to such incredible lengths just to play a joke.
Who said it was a joke?
All right, sir, what is it?
We'll find out when Mackay arrives.
Espionage? I mean, this is a great way to sneak into an airbase.
I think you believe him.
No, sir.
I just don't believe anything else.
Major, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of work to do.
But, General, this whole idea doesn't make any sense.
Major! If you'll excuse me.
I'm going to sit here, stare at this paper, pretend to be busy. Oh, we got him locked up. That's nice. Thank God for this guy.
Why am I a prisoner here?
It's not quite as bad as all that.
I'm being kept here, am I not?
You are.
Why are you so afraid of seeing Mackay?
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything.
Well, then?
Well, all right, I'll see him.
Tell us how he died.
I've told you everything.
Now, look here, Decker.
It's a waste of a cigarette.
A cloud of silence? A World War I pilot landing at an American attack base in France in 1959? Such a thing just doesn't happen every day.
Well, it happened today.
You really feel you know him, don't you?
Know him? Old lead bottom?
Lead bottom.
Yeah, well, whenever we fly...
Is he slow?
Well, one day, Mac got hit in a most embarrassing spot. I always called him Old Lead Bottom after that.
How'd he die?
But why do you keep insisting that he's dead?
Because the last I saw of him, he was caught in a circle of 7 German planes. There was nothing I could do about it. Of course, I was involved with 3 others.
Obviously, he got away.
I don't see how he could have.
Not only could have, he did. He was one of Britain's great heroes during the Blitz.
Wow.
He won the DFC for knocking down 3 German bombers one night over London. He undoubtedly saved hundreds of lives. Maybe even thousands.
I think he got caught in the time thing, too. He wants to go home.
What's wrong, Decker?
I've got to leave.
That's impossible. Mackay will be here in a little while and we'll get to the bottom of
I
this.
tell you, I can't see him.
Why not?
Because he'll know me for what I am.
What are you?
I'm a coward! All my life, I've been running away. Pretending to be something I never was, never could be. That's why I'm here, because I was trying to run away.
Oh, you left him.
Boys on a lark. Laughing, joking, drinking. Oh, it's...
Such amazing acting in this series.
Up there, I'm just as afraid as I am on the ground.
So you left him.
Well, I just linger in the clouds, flying back and forth. Dreading the possibility that I might see an enemy plane. And, you know, sometimes I think I'll land behind the German lines and I'll let myself be captured. The pilots always get the best of treatment, you know.
It's a plot twist.
I've actually fired bullets through the cockpit walls so that the chaps will see them and be impressed. God help me.
I mean, you're honest. That's a hell of an admission to give to somebody.
It isn't a crime to be afraid, Decker.
Right? Did you leave him, though?
Every pilot's afraid at one time or another. I'm sure Mackay would understand that.
No.
He was surrounded by 7 planes and you left, didn't you?
When the Germans came at us, I left him up there to die.
Well, he didn't die!
Well, I can't understand that.
Great acting. Holy shit.
He got help somehow.
How'd he get help?
What you said.
What?
Could somebody from now have gone back then?
Maybe it was me that helped him.
Decker, I said when he got help, I meant that somebody else...
Well, there wasn't anyone within 50 miles who could have helped him.
I've got to go back.
To find out that time was giving me a second chance. You've got to let me go.
But I can't.
But you've got to, don't you see? It's the only chance I have. It's the only chance he has.
But he's alive. He's coming here today.
How do you know that? How do you know that if I don't get back, he won't be here? How do you know that he won't have been killed 42 years ago unless I help him now?
This is awesome. Hey, what's up? You get one right in the gut that knocks you out. Oh, I cannot wait to see what this resolution is. Is he gonna find his biplane? Watch him take a jet back. That'd be crazy. Nope, there it is. They didn't even block it, man. You can get out of here.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Decker just knocking people out. It doesn't matter if it's a jaw shot, body shot, KO, KO, KO.
Can't you understand it? It's not just him, it's all those other lives, you say. Are they to be lost as well? Turn it up, Decker, or fire! Or fire! I'd rather die.
Awesome, awesome. He looks so much older with the cap and goggles on, too. And he's going to get here and say that he got shot. Decker was a hero and got shot down. Oh, my God. Oh, I love it. The speculation of the resolution is just as good as what I'm sure, you know, just the...
Letting that maniac loose.
Yes, sir.
How could you possibly...
Okay, okay.
Marshal Mackay.
How do you do, General?
I'm very pleased to meet you, sir. I trust you had a comfortable flight.
Oh, yes, splendid.
Good, good. This is Major Wilson.
How do you do, sir?
Honored, Major.
We had an interesting morning.
Terry Decker? Oh, I certainly should know him. Saved my life. When a flight of Germans dropped down on us.
You fought them together?
Well, not at first.
He flew away?
Yes.
But then he came back.
Well, then, out of nowhere, it seemed, Terry came diving down, his gun chattering away. He got 3 of the blighters.
Before they got him.
Look, didn't the Germans usually bring back the personal effects of pilots who've been shot down?
Usually.
Maybe you
I'd tell
better
him.
sit down.
Yeah.
Old lead bottom.
Oh,
Amazing. General, your mind blown yet?
There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Dialogue from a play written long before men took to the sky. And somewhere in between heaven, the sky, the earth, lies the Twilight Zone.
Damn, Rod. Damn, dude. So good. All right, everybody, we just finished watching the 18th episode of the first season of The Twilight Zone, The Last Flight. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everyone, we just finished the 18th episode of the first season of The Twilight Zone, The Last Flight. Okay, acting, always great. Directing, always great. The story, always great. I mean, it's just an accepted, like... natural law now that these episodes are going to be absolutely fantastic. There's always something extraordinary to take away. 18 episodes in, I think I'm confident in saying there's always something to take away from these episodes that is literally mind-blowing or just innovative. In this one, in my mind and for my money, and I don't, obviously, I'm on an exploration of learning science fiction, becoming a fan of both science fiction, present, past, and hopefully future. And so I don't know, and you all can jump, please, I strongly ask you that if there's something that kind of reference this material, like another TV show or a movie of some kind, or even a book. I mean, I know H.G. Wells and things like that, but this might be the earliest example, for me definitely, the earliest example of a time travel paradox that I've experienced. I mean, I absolutely love the idea that they went full butterfly effect with this thing. And they put it in such a way that every little detail was sort of taken into consideration. You know, we had, again, in a 25-minute episode, the details that were dropped were very profound, very organic, you know, lead bottom being dropped as part of the explanation that Decker was giving, his effects being taken from him as they look, and then obviously not being returned by the Germans. Exceptionally awesome stuff. The realization that he got that, oh my God, maybe I need to go back and redeem myself, that was an interesting jump for me because I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting him to say, you know, oh, well, he was saved somehow, he made it. And for there to have been like a big switcheroo, you know, or something like that, like a jet had gone back to 17 and taken out the German craft for whatever reason and come back. But, you know, no, that's hokey as hell. This was very awesome. This was a really interesting way to tell this story. And we had a couple really cool reveals in this. One, that Decker was a coward. Didn't see that coming either. His portrayal, his actor portrayed him with such confidence. I didn't see the cowardice part coming through. And I mean, again, it's just exceptional acting that everyone provides to these episodes that are able to get these stories. Here's what this is the thing that I think about a lot, because, you know, being a fan of the original series of Star Trek, I know that they ran into, like, I've read like the TV guide type of stuff, like the different kind of like, whenever they were getting blurbs in the newspaper about their new episodes that were coming out, everything was sort of derogatory. You know what I mean? It was like, well, it's a cheeky science fiction show if you're into that type of thing. You know, it's like all that stuff was like, it was said with like a measure of kind of, not disgust, but just kind of like, oh, it's a science fiction show, whatever. I'm telling you this, being able to get these type of stories that you're doing, you know, I mean, we just had we had a slot machine that was, you know, bewitched and with a devil of some kind, or a demonic slot machine. Now we have this episode, but, you know, the ability for both, obviously the writers are coming up with these things, the directors to be able to kind of take that feeling for something that definitely doesn't have a lot of play. There's not a lot of history to time travel. You know what I mean? I'm struggling to come up with something that was pre-59 that would have informed this type of 25-minute story. I mean, I think it's safe to say that, you know, basically time travel as a story trope was very new. It wasn't something that was done to, you know, we certainly haven't gotten sick of time travel in 1959, right? So we're in like the very beginnings, the frontier, the trailblazing of what would be time travel episodes. The idea to me that you were able to so successfully convey a time travel story in 1959 that holds up logically in 2025 is unheard of for me, because normally, you know, if it was, really pick any other type of trope and kind of throw it in there. You would look at it and be like, oh, yeah, I've seen that before, you know, even though that might have been the first example of it in 59, you know, or they got that wrong, you know, that time travel element doesn't exist, or that's been debunked, or that's not how it works anymore, you know, Back to the Future taught me something different, you know, that type of stuff. This one, though, was incredibly fearless, and it was flawless in its execution because the logic of time travel was taken into consideration with enough respect by the writer, enough knowledge of the writer to make it be effectively conveyed. And then the actors jumped on this incredibly, at the time, maybe even considered ridiculous concept, and provided such strong emotional portrayals of these characters that it was given and gifted this incredibly powerful moment. Again, I look at this like, you know, whoever watched The Twilight Zone originally in 59 and 60 when it came out, when you watch this thing, and you were presented with a time travel episode with no other time travel elements that you've seen before. You haven't seen this done before. This had to have been mind-blowing. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic either. I mean, I struggle sometimes to think, like, what did the actual, I mean, if I watch this, it's hard to even consider. It's hard to even conceptualize, like, not knowing about time travel or not understanding time travel, you know, to the point where fictionally you're able to kind of, you know, apply the certain rules that you consider to be part of time, butterfly effect. But in all of that, you know, you are able to look at this thing and with fresh eyes. You don't know about a butterfly effect. You don't know about any of these other like time travel tropes. You look at this and you think, oh my God, that could work. He was taken, he goes back, he saves him. That's how it all worked. And then that guy goes on to save everybody in World War II. Oh my God. Amazing to me. And you know what? Again, the logic of it works. Now, the only illogical thing about it was he spent time at the Lafayette Air Base. If time was progressing at the same measure back in 17, but it's easily to say that the cloud took him from a specific point of time and returned him to that specific point of time. So the logic holds up. It's just, oh my God, and then, I mean, oh, Jesus, you have a Shakespearean quote to end it, you know, that is just pitch perfect by Rod. And Rod's able to just absolutely bring it home by saying, you know, heaven and hell and the air and the sky, written before men knew how to fly, you know, and this is the place we call the Twilight Zone. Friends, it is just, I don't have to tell you all about this. You know, I'm experiencing this for the first time. Thank God you all convinced me to watch this. And I am absolutely amazed by the things they got right, the things that they nail in all of these different episodes that hold up. Think of anything, I mean an art form, a sport, music, anything that holds up for this long. We are 66 years, right? Yeah, 66 years removed from this, and it holds up. Friends, a 66-year-old apple pie that might have been great in 1959 ain't gonna taste too good in 2025. And again, you know, it's not dated. It somehow keeps its absolute, it seems topical. How do you do that? The reason you can do that is it's a combination of artistic expression from several different artists and several different mediums, from camera work to direction to writing to acting, that all spin together at the right time, the right place, and make a masterpiece. And friends, we're watching it. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for some Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But all that was then, and this is now, my friends, and now, unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye from the Twilight Zone. So where should we say goodbye from? Normally, in our other series, we go back into the episode that we just watched and we say goodbye, maybe from our favorite scene. But in the Twilight Zone, we say goodbye as a result of the episode that we just watched. So, my dear friends, where do we say goodbye from as a result of this, The Last Flight, the 18th episode of the first season of the Twilight Zone? Well, I'm putting us in the skies, friends. I'm putting us in the skies. And right now, we are flying together and we have numerical advantage over the enemy. In fact, one of the enemy just left. We have one aircraft we have to take care of, and we are going to do it for the glory of our own country and to keep our citizenry safe. We can take out one aircraft, but then all of a sudden, that second aircraft returns and begins to rain hell from the heavens. Friends, until such time as we can watch another one of these masterpieces, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.